Okay, so have you percolated a little bit more on the nature of how things are in terms of the hierarchy of the aforementioned great beings? And if so, what conclusion have you or have you not come to?
I don't think we've come to any great conclusions.
Okay, not surprising, yeah.
We've certainly percolated.
Okay. See, a pharaoh wouldn't have to come to any conclusions because they already would have the conclusions. People of stature, that tends to be one of the signs.
No, I don't necessarily believe that.
Executives' decisions, they're born with those skills. Whereas the pharaohs, the guys who work for the pharaohs, the mud guys, the guys who assist the mud guys, and then the ones who would like to be interviewed to be assistant mud guys.
Actually,
There's like a different pecking order altogether.
The pharaohs learn those skills. They're not necessarily born with those skills.
Of course. That is what we tell ourselves.
And that's how it works in the modern world.
That's what, of course.
Maybe we've evolved a little.
That is, of course, that's what we tell ourselves. Yeah.
Okay.
And?
So I think the one thing I have maybe thought about and realized is with a wealth of opportunity of things I can say, it's better to a wealth.
Okay.
It's far better to go with one of them, whether it might be the perfect thing or just a good thing, rather than spend all of my time contemplating which would be the perfect thing.
All right. As, say, perfect thing, brackets, as defined by me from my current state of thinking.
Correct.
Just make sure, maybe allegedly perfect.
Perfect in my brain.
From my limited perspective of being able to figure stuff out.
I wouldn't say it's a limited perspective.
Well, it's not unlimited, so therefore it must be
true.
limited. Yeah. Yeah, if it's not unlimited, it's got to be limited.
I prefer to see the glass half full rather than half empty.
Well, it's not unlimited, so therefore it's limited.
It's limited by my experience to date.
Limited, even more so, because it's bound by experience, which is also limited, and to date, which is time, which is even more limited. So that makes it 3 times more limited. Yeah. Let's say extremely limited, because that would be more accurate.
I wouldn't say
And if
extremely.
we wanted to be smart and make executive decisions, we'd need to be more precise. Wouldn't we? Well, you wouldn't want to be imprecise, would you?
Well, a lot of executives are imprecise, but they live with those mistakes.
Okay, then the key word there is mistakes. Yeah, so a smart executive would want to be precise.
A smart executive would, yes.
Okay, so extremely limited.
They are?
No, we're saying from your extremely limited perspective.
Who's extremely limited at this point?
Well, the person who can't remember. That's another limitation. So, what else have you been percolating with from the extremely limited perspective?
Well, it's not been an extremely limited perspective. I would challenge that.
Of course you would, yes.
But moving on to what else have I been percolating on? I still can't get my head beyond, it's a natural reaction.
Of course, when you're limited, you can't get beyond things. You stay where you are. Yeah. If you were unlimited, then you would already be beyond it. In which case, you wouldn't have to get anywhere because you'd already be there.
That's human evolution. We progress and we improve.
What, the mud guys or the people working for the mud guys?
The mud guys have now gone to the guys that build spaceships.
Well, theoretically, yes, but the nature is pretty much the same. They can only do, it's not you. You do the best that you can with the tools that you have, with the skills that you have, working as many hours as you can, and that's as good as you can get. It's not you, it's how things are.
That's what
if it were different, then you would experience things differently.
No, it's what you make of those things.
Well, Really. It's a wonderful romantic idea. Yeah.
No.
Just say yes. It'll save time. And that's what you want to save anyway. Yeah.
No.
No what?
No, that's not the way it is. You can break through those habits. You can change your behavior.
Some people don't have behaviors that need changing. Well, other people who are trying to break through, they're trying to get their heads round, they're in the mud up until the waist, struggling. It's not them, the mud's just too much. The mud's just too much. They struggle, they try and wriggle, they try and get help. They can't just get moving. So what's the problem?
I think
It's all the sighing.
I'm processing the information.
Okay, well, some guys take a long time to process stuff. It's like some guys are like lightning quick. It's there. They don't have to process it because it's already integrated. And then some guys just, all right, twinkle, twinkle, hold on.
Little star.
Little star.
And the next verse?
Well, in due course, it'll come. Yeah.
How they wonder what you are.
See? Straight away, you can't even remember one line. You can't remember one line. How can you remember a whole strategy for actually moving through?
I did quite well with that line. I sing that every night to my little girl.
According to your scale of excellence,
Yeah.
you did very well.
Thank you.
Yeah. You don't want to just roll over and do nothing. Otherwise, where's the fun in that?
That's very true.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Where, I'm not sure, but somewhere. Yeah. One of these alternate theoretical realities that somewhere in one's imagination, if one can remember what the realities might be. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So we agree.
No.
What?
I'm not sure what we're trying to agree to.
You want to explain it again?
There's a man in the mud.
It's the man in the mud, yeah.
Where's the relevance of the man in the mud?
Well, think about it.
I don't see myself as the man in the mud.
Of course not. Exactly, that makes my very point. Yeah.
So then we can't agree.
Well, it doesn't matter whether we agree with whether he's in the mud, because he's in the mud, whether we agree with it or not.
Well, you asked me if I agreed, so that's why I'm explaining to you that I didn't agree.
Okay. So what else do you notice?
What else do I notice?
What else did you notice, yeah?
About what?
About, you remember earlier on?
Which part?
The conversation we had
Yes.
earlier on? Yeah,
The
okay.
twinkle little star or the mud? Or
No, the discussion we had this morning. It's earlier on today. When you were here in London. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and you were saying about the smart people, the intelligent people, it was difficult to communicate with those of Pharaoh-like stature because of
Well, I didn't
maybe
agree they were
not-
smart people.
not able to remember things.
They were people of a higher stature.
Okay, they are your betters.
They're not necessarily my betters.
Higher, like here, higher as opposed to lower.
They hold
Above, you look up to what's on high, you look down on what's on below.
they hold a better ability to influence.
All right, smarter, more capable, more influential.
It's not smarter. They have
Higher.
more influence.
Okay, more empowered, probably more attractive, more
I'm
resourceful,
not sure I'd go there.
able to earn more money. Yeah, so you have to look up to these beings up here, and they look down occasionally to the underlings, who are the aforementioned types of mud-like proportions, and occasionally dispense some hopeful wisdom in that they will at one point in the future maybe rise up and too progress towards such more lofty places. Yeah.
Time.
Yeah. What? You look confused.
It's a very long diatribe. I'm trying to decide which parts I really want to...
Okay. Well, you're not at here, are you?
No, I'm about there.
Well, yeah, that's not the top. In your...
Yeah, it's pretty close. I just need to grow a little taller.
Okay, of course. Yeah, of course. Yeah. How long do you think it's going to take?
Year or so.
A year. In one of these other imaginary sort of alternate universes, or in the real universe?
In the real universe, here on
Okay, so
planet
in 12
Earth.
months' time, you'll be a genius. So what's the problem? Just sit and wait. Wait it out. Yeah.
Well, it's up to me
Just
to make it
trying
happen.
to be sort of too hyperactive. Where's that got you?
Oh, I'd like to improve myself.
All right. Okay.
I'd like to be more confident in those situations.
Okay, of course. Yeah. Of course. 12 months' time. The heavens open. The lights come down. Hallelujah. And yea, he has attained that degree of confidence. And verily, he walked among them, and they talked in hushed tones. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Sure. So what's the problem? Sit it out.
Oh, I've got to make it happen.
It's a natural progression anyway. If, of course, your prognosis is correct.
It is.
So it's just a matter of patience.
And effort.
Well, patience. You're not going to be able to do anything, so it's if your prognosis is correct.
So I don't agree with that. I think I control my own destiny.
Of course you do. Yes, that's why it's going so well.
It is going well.
Of course it is. Yes. That's what we tell ourselves.
That's what I know.
Of course, yes. In the various alternate realities that I can remember, if they actually exist in the same way, I can decide that I am actually here in relation to here, and in the fullness of time, I will achieve ascendancy to these greater heights. And yea, confidence rain down upon him. Yeah. Okay, so do you have any reactions, responses to our conversation?
I think, honestly, I feel like I need time to digest it. We went off in... Digest.
Oh, digest it, okay.
I feel like we went off in a lot of different directions.
Well, it's called multitasking.
It is. The human brain cannot multitask.
All right, well, that's true for some, for sure.
It's true for all.
All certain people of a certain disposition, yes. Of course, of course.
That would put us all then at a disposition.
Well, we're not all in there, you know.
I didn't know.
Because we're not all saying we need to be sort of ascending to the greater celestial heights of, you know, executive status, and that we're quaking with fear when we address those who are betters and finer intellects and have more skills, humanitarian capabilities.
We each have different goals we aspire to.
Of course, that's wonderfully romantic. Yes. Any other responses?
Not at this point.
Not at this point. Okay, maybe a year's time. All will become clear. Yeah. What do you think the odds are in a year's time of it all becoming clear?
I think with...
10 to 1?
No, I think with work I'll get there.
With work, of course. Yes. Of course. All right. Comments, questions, observations?